This past month, I read, or reread actually, this book called Flush by Hiaasen. He's the same guy who wrote Hoot, and I will be comparing Flush to Hoot and pointing out major similarities and differences. Quick summaries: Flush is about a boy, Noah, and his sister Abby, who plan to expose this gambling boat for dumping waste in the ocean near their home in the Florida Keys. Hoot is about a boy, Roy, and some other kids, Beatrice and Mullet Fingers, who plan to stop developers in order to save some rare burrowing owls in Central Florida. Already, there's several similarities between the stories. A bunch of environmentally conscious kids stop some non-conservationists in an effort to protect their surroundings, which is probably no coincidence, and perhaps Hiaasen wanted to include his perspective on Florida and naturalism. However, even in the summaries, there are differences in protagonists' motives. In Hoot, Roy and others are focused on saving specifically the burrowing owls, while in Flush, Noah and Abby are more concerned with the general condition of the ocean in the Keys. Going a little further, it's almost as if Roy is more interested in animals, while Noah wants to protect the health of the people, though some turtles are mentioned in Flush as well. Digging a little deeper, there are more similarities and differences to be found. Beyond the activism, Roy and Noah face bullying in their daily lives. Furthermore, both instances of bullying are connected to the activism. Roy would not have seen Mullet Fingers and gotten interested if it weren't for his nemesis, and Noah's rival was the son of the man who owned the gambling boat. It's sort of funny how one enemy introduced the main characters to another. Speaking of ties to the overall plot, Roy is hooked into saving the owls when he meets Mullet Fingers, but Noah challenges the gambling boat to follow in his father's footsteps, who also antagonized the gambling ship. Even though Noah knew of the ship before the events of the book, he did not get involved until the book began. This shows how activism plays into the characters' daily lives. Finally, there are similar and different details in each novel on how the protagonists achieve their goals. In both, the characters are discouraged after one attempt, Roy after he fails to take good pictures of burrowing owls, and Noah after he sees the boat lawfully dispose of waste. This made it difficult for them to be taken seriously, having no hard evidence to prove their cause. However, in Hoot, the characters do most of the work themselves, keeping their work secret from adults. While in Flush, the characters receive help from former employees on the gambling ship. Even though this sounds unfair, both groups manage to pull off their final exposure successfully. In situations like the ones in Hoot and Flush, it's what is done that matters more than how the task is done. On the surface, Hoot and Flush by Hiaasen seem easy to compare and contrast. In both, some kids work towards protecting the environment in Florida. In Hoot, they save burrowing owls, and Flush, the ocean in general. Look closer, however, and the comparisons become more complicated, involving not what the characters' goals were, but how they achieved them.